All right, so I just got back from watching Beast, not to be confused with 2022, at least I believe it was 2022, but 2022's Beast, starring Idris Elba, where he has to fight a savage lion. No, this is 2026's Beast, which is about an washed up, I guess you could say, Australian MMA fighter who has to come out of retirement for one last epic fight to regain honor and basically honor, but there's a little bit of revenge going on here too. I don't want to get too far into spoilers. And yeah, so I had no idea what to watch this week because it was for a long time it was just You, Me, and Tuscany. That's the big release coming out this week, and I really didn't want to watch it because I saw the trailers and it just looks like the most cliche rom-com. And I like rom-coms. I just don't like these kinds of rom-coms that is just the cliches, and it's the annoying cliches that I don't like, where people are not acting like people. And I don't know, just the trailer rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, anything else. I will watch anything else. So I saw this was coming out. I had seen no trailers for it. All I knew is that it was an MMA movie. And one of my favorite movies of all time is a fighting movie, Warrior, which I'll bring up again later. So I'm like, okay, I'll give this a shot. What I didn't know was that I was trading one movie that was chock full of cliches for another movie that was chock full of cliches, except this is every single sports, especially fighting sport movie, just kind of rolled into one. If you've seen any of the Rocky movies, you've seen 2026's Beast. I don't think there is an original idea in this whole movie, which was, frustrating because the entire time I'm sitting there, I'm like, I haven't even seen that many fighting movies personally, but I've seen enough to kind of predict every single thing that happens in this movie. So I really wanted to root for this movie because it's kind of the little movie that could, but no, it's just the little movie. It couldn't do anything interesting. The reasons why our main character has to come out of retirement and fight are so cliche. Of course, you have the grizzled, trainer, and there's a bit of a contentious relationship there, but they love each other like father and son, really. You have the wife who doesn't want him to fight, but eventually is like gives him permission to fight, and so he has to. So now he's got the wife's blessing to fight. You got the guy he's fighting who's just so unrealistically a jerk. He's just the worst human being on the planet, and he's like, I'm the best, and I'm bad, and I'm gonna fight you, and I hate you, and all your family. And it's like, but what about honor? No one disrespects my family. And now we fight, and it's been done before, it's been done better, and it's a real shame because I expect in the year 2026 we've had so many of these kinds of movies. You'd think if you're gonna do another one, you'd come at it with a different angle, but no. So look, if you've never seen a sport movie or a fighting movie, like a MMA, boxing, whatever type of movie, then you might like this movie a lot, if you've never seen anything like that. But if you've seen Rocky, if you've seen The Karate Kid, if you've seen Creed, if you've seen any of these movies, you will just watch this and be like, oh, I've seen this, except better. The movie that this reminded me the most of, though, and I mentioned it earlier, is Warrior, starring Joel Edgerton and Tom Hardy, because that movie has the epic family lineage, grudge match, but it's done so much better. And the whole focal point of that movie is these two brothers, and it's this beautiful, heartbreaking relationship between these two brothers. And this movie really tries to do that too, to have the contentious but brothers that kind of hate each other but also love each other relationship, and they're both fighters. This movie tries to do something with that as well, but it drops the ball so hard. It's like it's not about that. It's about, his relationship with the trainer. And then halfway through the movie, it's like, we're about brothers now. And it's like, whoa, wait, what? That's not what we were about. And now the whole movie's about that. And it's like, wait, you guys barely spoke the whole movie. And now we have this epic relationship. So do yourself a favor, don't watch this movie. If you're interested in watching an MMA movie or a sport movie or a fighting movie or whatever, rent Warrior. I don't know what streaming service it's on, if it's on anything, but I'm sure it's on Amazon Prime. You can probably watch it for like $3 or something. Watch Warrior. It's fantastic. Don't ignore this movie and watch that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Beast.